Our top story this evening, a mass meeting is set to get underway at Wits University any moment now. The Wits SRC has been meeting with management since yesterday and is giving feedback to students tonight. They're also expected to update on whether protests will continue tomorrow. Our reporter, Pule Letshwiti-Jones, has management's response to the students' demands, and he joins us now from Braamfontein. Good evening to you, Pule. Earlier we heard that we were anticipating to hear from the SRC as they brief the students. What's the latest details and updates?
Well, very good evening, Abigail. Now we understand that the SRC president is about to brief the students any moment from now. But let me just speak to the Secretary General from the SRC as well. Tiamo joins me right now. Tiamo, just speak to us. What are we expecting from you guys tonight? What are you going to be addressing the students about?
So we'll be briefing the students about the engagement that we had with the DVC and the Dean of Students yesterday. So we did have a few positive commitments, but those commitments were not the primarily reason why we were protesting. So we're about to brief our students on that, and we'll get mandate from them on how we should move.
So in regards to Friday, some students said they were hurt. Are you laying charges against the private security, or are you also going to be, getting some mandate from the students? Because a lot of students here said they were hurt on Friday.
Yes, so we got a list of some of those students, and we're still asking some of them to come forward, and our legal team is currently dealing with that.
All right, so is your legal team dealing with how you're going to take the way forward in terms of students who were hurt on Friday?
Yes, so we did lay charges for some people, including me, but we're still going to take advice from our legal team in regards to everyone else.
The charges laid, is it against the private security?
Yes.
All right. And then the EFF says they are going to protest tomorrow. What is your view on this? What's your stance as the SRC of Wits?
I mean, the EFF is a substructure of the SRC, and since we are here as the SRC at a mass gathering of the SRC, we will take mandate from students. And if that's how we should proceed tomorrow, that's how we will proceed tomorrow.
Do you think some of your demands were met by the institution here, in terms of the meeting having taken place yesterday and them having responded today?
I mean, most of the demands were made, but those are not the primary issues. For example, the issue of beds, the university is telling us that they cannot provide beds for students who do not have accommodation. So we're still going to have students who still continue sleeping in our offices, sleeping in the labs and the library. And that's why we have to take mandate from the students going forward.
So do you think the issue of the beds is something essential? Do you think that's one of the demands you would have wanted to be met by the institution?
True, it's something very serious because students do not have home-cooked meals, students are showering in the gym, students are even sleeping in our offices, which is inhuman for them.
You said the mass meeting was expected to take place at 8 p.m. It's now 9 o'clock. You guys are running late, 1 hour late. What's going to happen now? When is the president expected to address the students?
I'm supposed to address them in the next 5 minutes or so.
Okay, thank you very much. Of course, that's Tiamo, the SRC representatives from the Wits institution. Most importantly, saying that they will be taking action against some of those private security guard members who actually were accused of hurting these students on Friday. But we're waiting to hear what will be the outcomes of the Wits SRC as to whether they will adhere to the promises and, of course, the response from the management that took place today, or they're resorting to going to the streets tomorrow. Anytime from now, as you can see, the president of the Wits University Institution will be addressing the students, and I think we will be taking live from now. I'm just going to ask my colleague Nokamalachi to move right with me. Excuse me for the shaky visuals. We just want to hear what the president of the Wits SRC, Pule Nyamana, will be saying this evening.
No retreat, no surrender, up until all our demands are met. Your bravery has made the senior executive to sit. As we have said on Saturday, we met with the senior executive team, but they disrespected us because we said we want the vice-chancellor, and the vice-chancellor was not there. So Wits is still arrogant. However, we sat down because the vice-chancellor has sent 2 people from their office. We gave them an ear And we said to them, our number one demand is all students must register no matter how much they are owing. The second demand was we need 1,000 more beds because their students were sleeping in libraries. We said to them, because of load shedding, some of us struggle with Wi-Fi, so we want data to be paid for all students. Amanda! We then said to them, Amanda, high discipline, high moral. We said to them, we cannot pay 10K upfront, asina mali. We said to them, they must postpone the 10K. Also, comrades, we said to them, they must waiver the 10K. Same as they do with registration, they must waiver it, allow us to enter to rest because we have lost our offers because of that 10K. We said to them, because we were here demonstrating, the academic year must be extended. Block 1 must be extended. There must be a special curriculum. Amanda! Away too! We then said to them, Amanda! Away too! We then said to them, every student must be able to walk on stage and graduate no matter what they are owing. Amanda! Away too! We said to them, all students and members of the SRC who are suspended, those suspended must be lifted. No student, we said to the senior executive team, no student who's participating in this protest must be suspended because we're exercising our right. We said to them, if NFSAS is paying 45,000, no student must be asked to top up. We said to Wits management, scrap the top up. Even in external accommodation, there must be no top up. We said to Wits, in our internal accommodation, if accommodation is 80,000 and there is a student who's funded by NFSAS, that 80,000 must be paid. As a student, we are not paying anything more. Amanda! Wits University then tried to intimidate us with a letter to the lawyers. And we told them that we are not intimidated, we are not retreating up until all our demands are met. Amanda! And even today, we told them that that letter from ENS must be withdrawn. Comrades, then Wits University came back to us. Because of your pressure, they were shaken. And we are fighting for our constitutional rights. What we are fighting here, what we are fighting for here, is what we deserve. Education is not a privilege. Education is a right. The end goal is fees must fall for everyone. The end goal is there must be free education in South Africa. And as Wits SRC, we have committed ourselves to that, comrades. Hence we are saying your financial background must never be an excuse for you not studying here. So, comrades, Amandla, our two. So, Wits came back to us, comrades, and with the 10,000 upfront payment, they said, yes, we agree, we are waiving it. Wits came back to us and said, with data for all students, yes, we agree, it shall come back. Amandla, our two. But we had a challenge, comrades. They said with NFSAS, they cannot do that, they cannot commit. They said with all students registering, they cannot do that. Amandla, our two. And comrades, our primary goal for this protest is for all students must register. Wits said only students with PCD must register. We said, Amandla, our two. We said every student who is qualifying to register, no matter the code, whether it's RET or no matter the code, they must register. But Wits said no. And we are saying to Wits University, we remain committed to our students. We won't exclude any student. Up until all students register, we will continue the fight. Amandla, our two. They said with the 45,000, they have no control over it. But we said to them, you as Wits, we are the one who give these residencies accreditation. So you have control over it. No student on NFSAS will top up. And we remain committed to that struggle. And we will continue the protest up until these demands are met. Comrades, the end is near, comrades. I'm asking for all of you to put on your boots. To put on your boots, comrades. To wear warm, comrades. Because us, as an SRC, as I've said in public, we are committed to die on this hill. We are committed, comrades. Whatever happens, happens. But we will ensure that all students register. Comrades, now the line of march. The person who's declining this request is the Vice Chancellor. And the Amandla, our two. And as I've said before, that the Vice Chancellor doesn't stay far away from us. Amandla, our two. So the Vice Chancellor, Amandla, our two. Long live the spirit of defiance, long live. Long live the spirit of defiance, long live. Aye Buye. Africa. Comrades, the Vice Chancellor stays in the house, which our students are paying for that house. Yes, comrades. So, comrades, Amandla, our two, that house is paid by our fees. So, comrades, we are within our rights to go to that house, which is here in 13 Jubilee Street, to say, Vice Chancellor, listen to our demands. From now, Amandla, our two, because there's been misinformation that we are... Amandla, our two. So, comrades, without wasting any time, we're gonna peacefully go to the Vice Chancellor's house right now and put pressure. Amanda! Let's go.
Well, Abigail, there you go, the SRC president. Right now saying they will be moving to the Vice Chancellor's house. Up here, you join us right now on eNCA. What do you mean you're going to be going to the Vice Chancellor's house? Do you mean you're going to be going there right now?
Yes, we are saying we are going to go there to the Vice Chancellor's house, peacefully protest, exercise our legal right to protest, peacefully. We're going to put pressure to vet up until all our demands are met.
What safety measures do you have in place? I mean, it's almost like 10 p.m. How are you going to ensure that students are safe going there?
We're going to ask our security personnel to go and assist us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What's the reason for this? Are you happy? Do you feel as though the university did not reach your demands?
Our primary goals is that all students must register. Our primary goal is that there are students who are sleeping in my library. We can go up there. I will show you the beds. Those students must have a place to sleep, because we have an issue of failure. What makes students fail is that they sleep in our libraries. We are saying to the university, accommodate the students so that they can perform at the optimum best. They must be accommodated. And we are saying the students who are eligible to register must be registered. And they must register, study, finish their degrees, graduate, then come back and pay what they owe from Wits University. That's our simple demands. And they're still saying no. But we appreciate the yes that they've made. But these are our main concerns. Yeah. And we are not willing to back down up until these concerns we will get this concern. We're going to continue peacefully, as you've heard me say. Yes.
So give us a sense of the meeting. Do you feel as though the Wits management said they would come back to you? Did they just say that was the conclusion, they don't want to negotiate again? They said it's impossible to allow you to have some of your demands met?
We've just written back to them to say we note the letter that they've sent, because we received the letter right now, and I think they're hearing me right now. Up until these demands are met, which I've just said, we're going to continue with the protest, and they can reach out to me. The Vice Chancellor has my number, the Dean has my number. If they are ready to engage, they must reach out to us, and we are ready to engage them.
Okay. And pertaining to Friday, some of the students claim they were hurt and, of course, assaulted by private security. Are you laying charges?
Yes, we are laying charges. We have our legal team which is busy on that. There are students who were hurt, and what we saw from Wits University, what Shirona Patel said, he said that security personnel were hurt, and that is false. Because if you saw on Friday, security had shields and they were throwing stones on students who did not have shield. So the people who were hurt there were students, not the security personnel. And there is a member of Wits Security who has hit one of our students with a hot clap, and we are opening a case against that member.
But let's be honest, it's 9:20, it's almost 10 p.m. How realistic is this? You're going to Jubilee, it's really unsafe in the streets of Johannesburg. How, as a president, are you willing to take accountability for anyone who gets hurt while you move to the Vice Chancellor's house?
I've said we have requested Wits Security. We have done this before. Wits Security will escort us there, so students will be safe. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Abigail, it seems as though students will be, of course, going to the Vice Chancellor's home. I don't know how realistic that will be, but the president seems to believe that they will be escorted by private security. We'll wait to see what happens. I'm just going to ask my colleague, Noko Malachi, to unmount his camera. I'm sorry for the shaky visuals. Of course, the person we're speaking to right now is Aphiwe Mnyamani. That's the president of the SRC. This is the current mood happening currently, where students continue to sing. I just want to get a sense of what's happening here right now. I'm just going to speak to some of the students. So, my man, thank you very much for joining us. The president says you're marching to the Vice Chancellor's house. Are you doing this?
Yes, we are doing it. That is our house. He must house each and every student who doesn't have accommodation, because students are suffering here. Students are homeless. Everyone needs to have a place to sleep. Thank you so much.
And what's the reason for this? Wait, what's the reason for this? Why are you going there?
He's not taking us seriously.
Yeah.
We are stating our demands very clearly.
Yeah.
He's not taking us seriously.
Yeah.
So we need to show him that we are serious, and we will burn his house if he doesn't take us seriously.
Burn his house?
We will burn his house.
All right, just your name and surname for record purposes. Your name and surname?
I'm Ivani Winai.
Thank you very much. You got some of the students as well who are joining us here. You can see the students are in high spirits. Earlier on, we thought they were divided, but it seems as though they're forging ahead with going to the Vice Chancellor's home this evening. We're just waiting to see if that will happen. This is going to be speaking to one of the Sasko guys as well. Thank you very much for joining us. Are you also behind the presidents going to, or rather marching to the Vice Chancellor's house?
Yes, I am behind that.
And what's the reason?
Because I'm also not registered. Yeah, so I need to be registered and continue with my academics because I can't be stuck on my second year. I need to, because I'm one of the students who did well on my academics, so I need to.
Yeah. What's the reason behind you not being able to register?
Because of the historic debts that I have, so I need to, and then I'm an NSFAS student, so I need to register.
So,
yeah.
So you don't mind your safety marching there this evening? You don't mind?
No, I promise I'll be safe going there because it will be a very peaceful march going to the president's house.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, Abigail, there you go. There you can have it on your screen right now. You can see students in high spirits singing struggle songs as well. They have vowed to actually march to the Vice Chancellor's house this evening, saying that nothing will stop them and nothing will deter them. This remains to be seen as to how realistic this is, and we're waiting to see whether it will happen currently. They're saying that it will be escorted by private security, but you can see we're waiting to see whether private security will be escorted this evening.
Just before I let you go, clearly the SRC and the students are unhappy with the Vice Chancellor and with the management of the university. Have you perhaps had the opportunity to speak to the Vice Chancellor or to speak to someone from the university management to find out what exactly their stance is on what's been happening over the last couple of days and where they stand?
Yeah. Well, look, Abigail, what we understand is that the Wits SRC had just said that it received feedback from the senior executive team who had indicated that they will discuss the access for the media to come to campus in efforts to show that they had met each other halfway with the students. For now, we don't know what they're saying. We will still get that comment as to whether they agree with what the students are saying. We haven't gotten access or hold of the Vice Chancellor, and we're just waiting to see what will be the next move from the university right now.
All right, Pule, let's leave it there for now. I'm sure we will check in with you again later this evening. That was our reporter, Pule Letshwiti-Jones, on the ground at the University of Wits. The SRC president telling the students that they are going to be marching to the Vice Chancellor's home right now. And those were the visuals that we were watching. The SRC president saying that education is not a privilege, education is a right. Stay here with us here on eNCA. We will keep you up to date with those latest developments.